Hey guys, welcome to Sunday Morning Wrestling. I am your host Wes Lynn, kicking off today's show for the YouTube Championship, chosen by you in the community tab. Junkyard Dog will defend against Big John Studd in a last man standing match, and this one will go as long as it needs to. The referee rings the bell. They tie up John Studd, just pushing him back. John Studd definitely the bigger, stronger man in this match, picking Junkyard Dog up on his shoulder and slamming him down. I may say Big John Studd may be favourite for this, just his size and power over the Junkyard Dog. But Junkyard Dog being victorious last week in that cage match against King Kong Bundy, winning the title. John Studd takes him off that top apron though. You guys will get to pick the next match for the YouTube Championship. And John Studd, look at him. Big John Studd in control of this match so far. Now using his weight on the legs, that's smart stuff. Make sure he can't get up off the floor. Turning his knee inside out. Junkyard Dog does kick him off of him though. Junkyard Dog trying to get back in this match, and John Studd just throwing him off him. Look at this. John Studd not having any of it. And again, powering out. Ties up with Junkyard Dog. Takes him to the ropes. Takes him across the ring. Big clothesline taking him off his feet. And now stomping a mud hole in his chest. Picking Junkyard Dog up on the shoulder. Running power slam from Big John Studd. And this one could be over early doors. All the referee needs to do is start counting really. John Studd going high risk, not something you see very often from the big man. Hits the splash off the top. Now John Studd turns him over. Winds up the elbow, drops it on the back of the head and neck of Junkyard Dog, and he is out, and the referee is counting. That elbow could have knocked him out, guys. We could be seeing a new YouTube champion right here and right now. Currently at 4 count. Junkyard Dog still not moved a muscle. 6. His eyes look like they're rolled in the back of his head. We had an 8 count, and Big John Studd not done with him. I feel like he would have got the win there. This one should be over. But Big John Studd not done with him. Drops him on his stomach. I feel like Junkyard Dog was knocked out cold there, but now John Studd may have woke him back up. Big right hand doesn't knock Studd down. The clothesline does. Back to his feet, another clothesline. Swing and a miss. Power slam to Big John Studd from Junkyard Dog. Ties him up again, taking John Studd to the outside. Maybe this is smart stuff from the Junkyard Dog. Stomping on the midsection, no DQs in a last man standing match. Can use any weapons you want. And Junkyard Dog just going to town on his abdomen, trying to cut the big tree down. He's on top of him. Big John Studd rolls him over though. John Studd a little bit dazed and confused after that, working on the leg of Junkyard Dog again. And I feel, again, Big John Studd should have had this one, I feel like Junkyard Dog was out cold in the ring. Gets him up, big power bomb to the mat. And drops another elbow, but Junkyard Dog moves out the way. Misses the clothesline. Junkyard Dog going down with a full Nelson slam. And John Studd getting back in the ring. The referee starts the count again. But you can see Junkyard Dog is moving this time. His arms are moving, his legs are moving. He's not out cold like he was before. I don't think this is going to be a 10 count. No, just a 5. And John Studd, I think he missed his opportunity early on. That elbow to the back of the head knocked Junkyard Dog cold out. And look at this. Big John Studd thinks he's got it this time. He is face down. I can't quite see if his arms are moving. His leg does seem to be twitching. I don't think he's out cold this time. I could be wrong at a 5 count. And here he comes. Junkyard Dog does get up at a 6. Now, Big John Studd with a gut punch, picking Junkyard Dog back up. Runs him across the ring. And again, just throwing him to the floor. And Big John Studd thinks he can just manhandle Junkyard Dog. But this is just giving Junkyard Dog more rest, if anything. Not really getting attacks in between going down. Maybe playing a bit of possum here. Try and recover a little bit at a 6 count now. Oh, 8. Oh, could this be it? Junkyard Dog, 9. And he does get up at 9. Just taking that full 9 seconds. Smart stuff from the Junkyard Dog. Big headbutt knocking John Studd back. Doesn't go down though. Takes Studd into the ring. The Dog follows him. The referee is counting. I don't think this is going to be enough. He hit a headbutt, rolled him in the ring. Definitely not going to be enough here. You should definitely try and attack him some more. He's just having a little dance in front of him instead. Come on, Junkyard. And he does pick Studd up. Taking him up for a big scoop slam. And that may be the biggest scoop slam we've ever seen. He is down, but I don't think he's going to be out. I mean, he's not moving. Will this be enough? I'll be very disappointed for John Studd if he cannot get up. Should have had this one won in the first 2 minutes of the match. And Junkyard Dog loving life. He did just kick the leg of John Studd though. Maybe that got him moving. Picking Studd back up again. Big power slam, and now the headbutts. And this is how he beat King Kong Bundy in the cage match for the championship. He only needed a 3 count in that match though. In this one he needs a 10 count. Currently at a 4 count. Maybe he thinks this enough. He was down for 8 previously. We're currently at an 8 count and he does get back up. Junkyard Dog goes back on the attack. John Studd blocks the right hand, hits a headbutt. Junkyard Dog goes down, but Big John Studd lining him up for something here. A bear hug. He's got a bear hug gripped in. Junkyard Dog struggling. Big John Studd got it hooked in, got this bear hug tight in on the Junkyard Dog, and then drops him to the mat. And Big John Studd looking very happy with himself. Is that enough to put him down, taking all the air out of his body? He is breathing again. You can see he's breathing. He's huffing and puffing on the floor. Can Junkyard Dog make it to his feet? We are at an 8 count and he does get up. Well, as he gets up, Big John Studd the steps on the back and then a stomp to the upper back as well. Now, don't just let him count, John. You got to attack him some more. This is not going to be enough. You need to get some more violence in, some more offense. Get in there, John Studd. What are you doing? This is an absolute nightmare for the fans. Getting good counting lessons in this match. So, and John Studd just picks him up at 8. Didn't even try and get it again and goes for the bear hug yet again. Is this one enough to put him away? That bear hug in the middle of the ring. Can he get it? And he is tapping. He's tapping, but tapping does not matter. This is a last man standing match. Will he be down for the count? Big John Studd thinks he's got this one done, and he's not letting the referee count to 10. That's the second time he's probably had this match won, and he went for the bear hug again, got too greedy, and Junkyard Dog takes him down with a clothesline. John Studd too greedy. Look at this big scoop slam, takes John Studd down. And this one could be over now. It could turn that quickly. Well, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure about this one. Junkyard Dog enjoying himself and then stomps on Big John. I don't think either of these two know how a last man standing match works. They've got to stay down for 10 seconds. You're not meant to hit them in between. There's another power slam from the Junkyard Dog, though. Maybe he thinks that's enough. No, just a 2 count. Gets back on top of him, hits him to the right hand. Opens Big John Studd up. He is bleeding. Nice kick to the back from Junkyard Dog, and now back on top, but Big John Studd with an elbows to the face. And now, is that it? That elbow might have knocked him out. He is rolling around a bit, but can he get up to his feet? Referee at a 3 count. John Studd, is he going to leave him? Is he going to attack him again? Currently at 5, come on. John Studd's eyeing him up. He's just looking over him, basically saying, don't you dare get up to your feet. And I think this one's over. I think that is it, and Big John Studd is the champion. We have another new champion, guys, and you guys know the score. The vote is up, and you get to choose that man's next match. Who will challenge for the YouTube Championship next, and what match type will it be? He has been opened up. Shame there is not a first blood match available, because that would have been fun. Ric Flair up next, taking on Vader. Lost to British Bulldog last week in the main event on his debut. Trying to pick things back up. We also have a fatal 4-way in the main event for a #1 contender spot against the British Bulldog. So that will be an interesting match to watch, and Vader taking Flair straight over. The power of Vader. Now Vader dropping the elbow to the back of the head of Ric Flair. Picking Rick back up. Turns him around. Big back suplex from Vader. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's Vader time. Ric Flair struggling. Maybe it took its toll on him last week against the British Bulldog. Vader kicking his face again. Look at that, sitting out on Ric Flair, and Ric Flair getting no offense in on this match so far. Now nice elbow. Ric Flair back up, trying to take the legs out, did not work. Vader picks him up, and Vader manhandling Ric Flair. Ric Flair goes down to the mat. Vader in control and absolutely loving it. Ric Flair back up to his feet, does take Vader down this time. And Ric Flair taking this time to pose. I'm not sure that's the best thing to do, but he is a showman. Now taking Vader back down, looking for the figure 4 maybe. No, just working on the knee early. Maybe getting ready for that figure 4 later on. The fans wooing. Everyone's happy to see Ric Flair in Sunday morning wrestling. Apart from maybe Big Van Vader. Takes Vader up, the pile driver to Vader. And he looks out cold. Is that enough for a victory for Ric Flair? Does he even need the figure 4 leg lock? He goes for the cover. Is that enough? That pile driver, is that enough to put Vader away? And it is. What a surprise that is. 1 pile driver. And he puts Vader away for the 3 count. That is unbelievable stuff. I'm a little bit gobsmacked by that. Ric Flair with a good victory after the loss to the Bulldog. It's good that he picked up another win. He really, really needed it. He looks happy with himself. Needs to get back on track. Styling and profiling. Next up, guys, we have Nakano. A good match from her last week, taking on Mad Maxine, going up against Sunny today. She wants to work her way up for a shot at Misty Blue and the Women's Championship. Sunny trying to go in, doesn't have any effect on her. Nakano dragging the arm, nice forearm from Sunny, ties her up. Nakano kick to the midsection. Sunny ties her up again. Jawbreaker, rocks her back. Sunny picking Bud up to her feet. Nice Russian leg sweep. Sunny taking her to work. Slamming the arm. And she is in control of Bull Nakano at the moment. I don't think anyone saw that coming, but a kick from Bull Nakano to the face. If Sunny does take her off her feet. And then wrenches the arm, taking her down to the mat. Stomps on the back of the arm of Sunny. Now wrenching the arm of Sunny out the socket. Bull Nakano, where's she going to go? She's going up top. High risk manoeuvres, big chop to the head of Sunny, and she could be out cold. This could be the victory right here, just the 1 count. Bull Nakano in disbelief. I think she thought she'd knocked her out that big knee into the back of the head, slamming her head into that mat. And again, viciousness from Bull Nakano. Now picking Sunny back up, nice right hand, knocking her back. Gets her against the ropes. Pushes her into a club to the back, and again, and then she just lets her drop down to the floor and drops her knee to the face again. Bull Nakano picking her up, big running knee to the face of Sunny. And now Bull Nakano working on the legs, got that knee lock in. The referee keeping close eyes on Sunny. Will she tap out? Will she give up, or can she hold on? Bull Nakano lets go, doesn't give her the chance, does go for the cover afterwards though. Just the 2 count, so close to a 3. Bull Nakano in disbelief. And now this is the submission we saw last week. The Nakano hold. She's getting those arms up, and this one could be as good as over, guys. Sunny saying no, but now she wrenches back. I don't think there's anywhere Sunny can go, surely, and she does give up. She tried to hold on, nowhere for her to go, and Bull Nakano with another impressive victory. And she wants Misty Blue. She wants that championship, and she is on the right track to go about it. Next up, guys, Jake the Snake Roberts taking on Macho Man in a non-title match. Jake Roberts wasn't successful in winning the World Championship. Now maybe he wants a shot at the Intercontinental Champion. But Macho Man going in with some big chops, big clubbing blow, takes him down to 1 knee. Jake Roberts fighting back, ties up Macho Man. Nice gut buster from Roberts. Jake with a nice jab, big chop, knocking Macho Man into the corner. Macho Man turns him around though, gets Roberts in the corner himself, big jab. Now wrenching the arm over the top rope, really pulling at it. And Macho Man ties him up again up top, looking for the 10 punches. The crowd not chanting along though, the crowd not into this at all. No one counting, Macho Man weren't even counting. I'm pretty sure it was still 10. They had enough of counting in the first match. In that last man standing match, they didn't want to do any more counting. And now Macho Man drops the knee onto Jake Roberts' chest. Macho Man, Randy Savage, was in control, no longer. Short arm clothesline from Roberts takes Macho Man down, gets the cover. Is it enough for the win? Macho Man kicks out at 2. Jake Roberts in disbelief. Jake Roberts now going to line up the D, T. Can he hit it? He can. And this one could be over, guys. Macho Man motionless. Jake Roberts pulling him away from the ropes, wasting precious time. There's probably a 3 count right there. I don't think it's going to be enough. He wasted too much time getting him away from the ropes. And Macho Man kicks out at 2. If he'd gone for the pin straight away, I feel like he would have got the victory. Jake Roberts picking Macho Man back up, taking him up and over for a suplex. There we go. Jake Roberts choking Macho Man again. Drops the big knee. Stomping away at Macho Man. Climbs to the top rope. What's he got in mind? Big elbow drop, misses. And Macho Man taunting him, but Jake Roberts back up to his feet. Macho Man kicks out, kicks him in the midsection, picking Jake Roberts up to his feet. And now the big scoop, slam. No, Jake Roberts slips off the back, hits a Russian leg sweep. And Jake Roberts goes for the cover, quick cover on Macho Man. Is it enough? It's not. Macho Man kicks out at 2 again. Macho Man holding on, staying in this match. Lovely drop kick, misses from Jake Roberts. And these two obviously know each other very well. And look at this, the toes to the rib cage of Jake Roberts. He goes down. Macho Man going up top, maybe looking for an elbow. Does he point to the skies? Yes, he does. Elbow drop from Macho Man Randy Savage. His legs under the rope though. That should have been it. Macho Man can't believe it, but instead of pinning Jake Roberts again, he points to the crowd. This one should be over, but Jake Roberts, short arm clothesline, takes Macho Man off his feet, and now is that enough for the 3 count? No, it's not. Macho Man kicking out at 2 yet again. Jake Roberts back up though, looking for this DDT yet again. If he hits this, surely this one is over. He's hit it. And Macho Man not moving. Jake Roberts, he's having to move away from the ropes again. This is what cost him the 3 count last time. Does he have enough? Has it? He took enough out of the Macho Man for the 3 count. Referee comes to see the shoulders. And he does get it. Jake the Snake Roberts deserves a title shot now. Surely he's beat the champion in one-on-one action. Surely if that doesn't deserve a title shot, I don't know what does. In control of the champion as well. 2 short arm clotheslines, 2 DDTs. And there is Damien. He's got Damien out. Referee scared. Jake Roberts scaring the referee even more with Damien. And we move on to the main event, a fatal 4-way number 1 contender match. Rick Rude, Razor, Ramon, King Kong Bundy, and Mark Jones in a fatal 4-way match. This is for the number 1 contendership, guys. Let's see how this one goes. Referee rings the bell. Mark Jones and Rick Rude going at it. Razor Ramon gets hit with an elbow from King Kong Bundy. And King Kong Bundy smashing his knee into Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon looked out cold. Referee makes the pin. Rick Rude taunting. What's going on? King Kong Bundy has won that match in about 20 seconds. And King Kong Bundy is the number 1 contender. There's the knee again, knocking Razor Ramon out cold. Thank you for tuning in to Sunday Morning Wrestling. Don't forget to like the episode, and if you aren't already, please make sure you are subscribed. I've been your host, Wes Lynn, and we'll see you next time for Sunday Morning Wrestling.